So, without further ado, can you join me in welcoming President Barroso to address us on the subject of the European Union, a committed partner for the Pacific. Mr. President.
Members of Council, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, Your Excellencies, dear professors, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutoa, katoa. Good morning. Thank you, Vice-Chancellor, for your kind words, and to all of you for giving me such a warm welcome here today. It is a pleasure to be here to deliver this Europe lecture, and I thank the Europe Institute of the University of Auckland for organizing this event. The university has just awarded me an honorary doctorate in law, a tribute and honor I hold in great esteem that I see as a way of celebrating the relationship between New Zealand and the European Union. I feel at home in this university environment, and I must say I already feel at home in New Zealand too, though I have only been here a short time. I am privileged to be here among you in this historic and world-leading university, the biggest in New Zealand, with its long-standing tradition of openness towards other cultures, reflecting the cosmopolitan nature of the city of Auckland, with its mix of Maori, European, Pacific, Asiatic heritage. This openness is exemplified by the European Union Centre Network, which I am pleased to see represented here today by its board. In today's multipolar and interconnected globe, reaching out to our closest partners is not just important, it is fundamental. Today, the European Union and the countries of the Pacific region enjoy multifaceted partnerships, not just politically, but economically and culturally too. Those interlocutors include the 15 Pacific Island countries, signatories of the Cotonou Agreement, 4 European Union overseas countries and territories, as well as New Zealand and Australia, whom we consider close and like-minded partners. New Zealand clearly plays an essential role in this region. Indeed, you are uniquely positioned to foster sustainable development, economic growth, regional integration, good governance, democracy and human rights across the Pacific. The European Union endeavours and aspires to be your partner in that. It is almost 30 years since the European Commission President has visited New Zealand. Since then, global geopolitics has dramatically shifted. From the fall of the Soviet bloc to the spread of information technology, and more recently, accelerated by the financial and economic crisis since 2008. In essence, power has been dramatically rebalanced. The new geopolitical order will no longer be divided between developed and developing nations, but between multiple poles of economic and political influence. In this context, sharing values with like-minded countries will be increasingly important. In this new reality, commonality of basic principles and long-term objectives will carry far more weight in foreign policy than geographical proximity. Today I would like to expand on this by elaborating further the values and aspirations that Europe shares with the Pacific and New Zealand, and to outline how they will be of critical importance in the 21st century, important not only in further cementing our relationship, but also in shaping this new world order. Both our regions have a tradition of being open to the world and an aspiration to seek shared and sustained prosperity for their citizens. The financial and economic crisis that has shaken the world since 2008 has had a major impact on Europe. It has put into question many of our economic and fiscal policies and made us rethink some of our past choices. But this does not mean Europe is in decline. Seen in its full context, our situation is quite strong. The transformation of Europe, compared to 60 or even 10 years ago, is extraordinary. We have not only built the world's largest single market, the largest trading bloc, created the world's second leading currency. We have united the continent and stayed true to the values of our social market model. 4 of our member states belong to the G8, and we are key players in other international fora such as the G20 and, of course, the United Nations. For these reasons, we will remain a key global partner for a long time to come. The very fact that the European Union is a grouping of 27 member states united with common supranational institutions is a signal that we are open to others, flexible, ready to adapt to the times. We know that we must be more than the sum of our parts, and that regional integration and interdependence can help us prosper amongst fierce global competition. These are premium attributes, ones we share with this great nation, I might add, that are assets in a fast-changing world. In terms of our immediate economic challenges, I want to assure you the European Union and our member states are putting all our efforts into solutions. We are committed to improving not only the headline figures, we are also addressing some of the structural issues that have led some of our member states into difficulty. We have agreed assistance package to the countries facing sovereign debt problems. We have set up a permanent crisis mechanism whose reserves will be larger than the IMF. We will adopt proposals to reinforce economic surveillance in the European Union with a stronger focus on debt sustainability and more effective enforcement measures. We are strengthening our banking system, we are deepening our single market, and we are exploring our growth-boosting potential. Those who think that Europe will disintegrate are not fully aware with the dynamics of our union. Every time Europe has faced a crisis, we have moved towards deeper integration. The debate in Europe is a strong one, but it is a debate about how far to integrate rather than whether to undo integration. So it must be remembered that the euro is not only a monetary construction, it is also a political project which embodies the will of Europeans to share their future. This oath is not in question. We will come out stronger from this crisis, I can promise you that. Part of the answer to overcoming the current situation includes keeping our economy open and investing in innovation, science, technology. That is not easy in a time when fiscal consolidation is also needed in many countries, but these are the smart investments we are determined to focus on in the coming years. Here, the European Union and New Zealand share a particular success story. We are research collaborators of the highest order, with 23 organizations participating in 26 joint projects. New Zealand is the 7th largest partner in our current research framework program. Our collaboration is already helping New Zealand to enjoy the cutting edge of innovation, but the European Union would like to deepen the current science and technology cooperation agreement we share. I'm speaking here of areas where there is a strong mutual interest, such as in food, health, climate change. And I believe this work will provide a strengthened platform for our trade and investment partnership. With economic prosperity comes, naturally, global responsibility. The European Union takes its global responsibilities very seriously. Our partnership with the Pacific region is an example of how exercising that responsibility can be mutually beneficial. More than ever, there is scope for the two regions to work together on the global scene. The global dimension of our partnership is reflected in our weight in international fora. Taken together, the Pacific Island countries, New Zealand, Australia, and the EU member states account for 42 votes in the United Nations. We all stand to gain if we use this collective weight in the right way. It is now undeniable that countries across the globe are closely meshed together on an industrial, economic, environmental, and especially financial level. Today, working together for solutions is essential for each to prosper. And we must all think globally. Politics must step further out of national arenas and towards international priorities and responsibilities.